Hi everyone and welcome to Almost Cancelled. I'm Peter, Connor's here.
Hey.
Let's talk about this week's episode of Scream Queens. And this is episode 10 of season 1. This is episode 11 of season 1. Full spoilers. The episode is called Black Friday. Relatively timely, because last week was Thanksgiving episode, so why not? We're set 24 hours on from that. The description from IMDb reads as follows. The Red Devil has plans to disrupt the holiday the Chanels like the most, Black Friday. Denise gets another job, Pete receives an offer from Chad, a confession is made. That actually lists quite a lot of stuff that happens in the episode, to be fair.
It does. It's quite descriptive.
Yeah.
Without ruining anything.
Yeah. Although I would personally take out that the Denise has another job line, just so you don't...
Okay, that was funny.
Just so you don't hint at what the reveal is going to be, because that was quite funny.
It was, just out of nowhere.
Do you know what? My only disappointment with this episode is that it didn't take place entirely in the mall.
In the shopping mall. I knew you were going to say that as soon as it happened.
Because that was great stuff, and I love a good set in a one-location horror movie thing, and I was kind of hoping the rest was going to be in there. But that's fine. There was other good stuff to enjoy. Even just the opening, like Chanel's why she loves Black Friday, because she loves to go in like half an hour early while people are banging on the windows trying to get in, and she's like just stealing all the good stock.
Just leaving the one VR thing for them all to fight over. She is the cause of all those videos that you see every year.
She is. That's what you don't see when you watch these YouTube videos. So that was good fun. And like I said, yeah, the mall stuff was great, and Denise running at the end, because I love how they set it up in the previous bit when because the Grace and Pete and her dad go to the police to try and report the severed head that was left at Thanksgiving last week, and no one gives a shit. No one wants anything to do with it because everyone's working Black Friday detail.
No, even worse, the entire homicide department has been fired. Like, they're all just, we don't want
because they blew their entire budget for the month on the ghost investigating gear. Fantastic. So this, and it has a line about, we're applying for new applicants right now, and then Denise shows up with a gun, and she's the chief of police. My first day,
you have a gun?
The first day on the job, and I caught me the Red Devil.
I love Denise.
And then one of our lackeys gets killed.
Crossbow to the face.
Yeah,
standard.
So great stuff. There was a lot of humour in this episode, which I really liked. Joe, I thought was really funny as well. See this scene where Grace is talking to her dad, and he's like talking about how he likes Gigi, despite the fact that she was a killer and all that. And then later on, he's even talking about, look, I was quite careless with sex when I was a teenager. Now, admittedly, I had sex with a woman whose name I can't remember, and our two twins grew up to be serial killers. That's an extreme example of the importance of teen pregnancy or teen sex, but the point still stands. Like, I thought it was really fun. That was the funniest stuff I found her dad.
Definitely.
Because it was all very, like, pointing out how overly ridiculous all this was.
I think throughout he hasn't been particularly funny. He's just kind of been there.
Yeah.
He's been a vehicle for other people's comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was pretty funny. Scene with Chad and Pete was weird.
Oh, I really want to see them duel. I want to see Chad turn up over the duel.
That was fine. It was only Chad we got in this episode, which was a shame. I mean, we got so much Chad, we got so much Radwell last week that it was a shame not having more.
We got spoiled though last week, didn't we? Let's be honest.
We did get spoiled last week. Yeah, but I suppose the main plot. There's two main things to talk about this episode. One is that the girls all decide that Dean Munch is the killer and go about trying to kill her. I actually really liked when Grace and Chanel number one agree for a change.
Yeah.
And there's this little sort of like what's the female version of bromance?
Syncing your periods.
Oh, that was an awful joke.
I know. I
know.
I
don't know. I'm sure there's a term that means the same thing, but you know what I mean. Good old bromance. Which was really nice. I like that. But yeah, all their attempts to kill Munch and the fact that Munch just wouldn't die. What did you think of that?
She's the true final girl.
She's the true final. Well, they even referenced Michael Myers in this episode.
They do. Yes, they do.
And I immediately thought, well, that's the setup. She's going to turn out to just be Laurie Strode from Halloween, and she's became indestructible.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be.
That's it. Like, you can't kill her because she's the final girl. It's not Grace after all.
They poison her, and she drinks enough to kill like 5 people. They try and freeze her to death. They put her in like sub 200
like
degrees,
200, yeah.
which
For like 20 minutes, and she just comes out all fine.
And she's like, oh, it's the best I've ever felt. But what I really liked though was the scene at the pool when she's kind of like onto her, so she's onto Chanel, because like the music and everything that came in that scene was just very. It was like it's like I don't think she's the killer, but she's being really intimidating right now.
Yeah, it's like she knows exactly what Chanel was doing. She was just playing it up to scare her away almost.
Yeah, it's interesting. I like it.
Because we know she is a killer.
She is a killer. Yeah, she did kill her husband. That's true. And the other stuff was all the Pete stuff. We got a lot more Pete in this episode than we've had, I think, in the last like 6.
Yeah.
Which,
I can't remember him this much since like the start.
Yeah. Well, it was mostly fine. I felt like there was some sort of inconsistencies as to the way he's suddenly all suspicious again.
Yeah, but then they're also seeding that the idea that it's him. Like, yeah, but really heavily.
Yeah, but it's him and someone else now.
Yeah.
It's him and whoever the person that's not been revealed.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the one that stabbed Gigi and stabbed the other one. I don't think he's the twin. I think he's in cahoots or some way connected, but I don't think he's the mystery one.
Yeah, probably not.
They're saving that for the final, because there's a double final next week. We're getting 2 hours of this next week. I'm looking forward to it.
And then it's all gone.
Yeah, it's all gone. My only other complaint would be Zayte has like a weird 180 in this episode. When they first bring up the idea to kill Dean Munch, she's the only one against it, and she's like pure judging Grace for it. And then later on, when Grace changes her mind, and you understand why she changed her mind, Zayte's like, nah, you know what, I actually agree with these guys, we need to kill Munch. And I'm like, you were the one, like 10 minutes ago, was the only one who said this shouldn't be done, and there was like no reason why she should have changed her mind. No.
And now I don't get it either.
No. Episode was a lot of fun though. There was a lot of laughs to be had throughout.
Yeah, definitely a strong episode.
Yeah, a lot of zaniness from Chanel. No, I'm looking forward to the final. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to bring. I'm expecting
lots of death.
I'm expecting lots of death.
I think I read at the start they were only expecting 4 characters to survive at the end of the series.
Interesting. Well, I'm kind of expecting almost Grace and Chanel #1 to like be the last 2 standing. maybe not including like some of the non teenage characters, but I mean like just out of all the house. I'm kind of expecting there just to be a bloodbath and those 2 just standing as survivors in the middle.
I'm just praying Chad doesn't die, because if this does get a season 2 and they continue these characters, it's not going to be the same without Chad.
Yeah, we need Chad. We need Chanel. I don't really need Grace, but it just makes sense for her to survive because she's kind of like the main girl.
Yeah.
We need Chanel. We need Chad, and honestly, I like both 3 and 5 because they're both quite funny in times.
I prefer 3.
Yeah, 3 probably is funnier.
I think 3 because she's a bit more different. Like with 5, I feel like her sort of comedy stuff is kind of represented elsewhere as well. Whereas 3 has this pure deadpan thing that no one else in the show has.
Who's Chanel 1 going to pick on constantly?
She'll pick on Grace. She'll replace her with Grace.
Yeah. It's a good job we're speculating there because we can't obviously speculate next week because then we'll know who lives and dies. So
yeah,
I guess this is the time. I guess we have to make one final prediction then. Is who do we think this last killer is?
I don't know. We know it's got to be someone in the house who was in the house for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, I suppose we do think that. Yeah. I mean, I think that could easily be swerved out though if they wanted to.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I suppose that the most likely one would be number 5 out of those, because I feel like her, not innocent, she's fucking Eiffel Towers guys,
but like she was sick of being picked on something almost.
Well, nah, but I mean, I can see it almost as I'm going to let her pick on me, and it puts me under like I'm the thing that she can put her foot down,
maybe,
you know.
I think the problem with this prediction here is it could still be pretty much anyone.
Yeah, it could be. That's the thing. It could be anyone.
They've done a good job of leaving it so open, to be fair, because because they've hinted at everyone and it could
Yeah.
be anyone.
The
it's
problem
hard
is
to
though.
guess.
The problem is though is that it might feel like it's out of nowhere, no matter who it is.
No, that's the thing. I think it'll be the opposite. That no matter who it is, you won't be that surprised because it could be everyone, and we know it could be everyone.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
no
good
one will
point.
really surprise you.
And even if it does feel out of nowhere, it doesn't matter too much because the show is not really about the plot, is it?
It's just been a lot of fun. So, do you know what? Even if it doesn't stick the landing, it's not a great reveal. I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter that much. All right, okay, so we'll see you next week for the final 2 episodes of Scream Queens. So that's been this week's review.